Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we are going to be discussing a whole bunch of new leaks that have happened just recently now for Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 4, more specifically for the Ninjago 2026 Season 4 sets that are releasing in January. Now, with that being said, we have quite a bit to talk about here. Quite a lot was actually shown off and actually leaked here. Now, from what I understand, these might not actually be leaks. These might be official reveals, as most of these reveals do come from a new book that will be releasing in 2026. However, just for my own personal safety, just because I don't really feel comfortable putting these in videos, I will link all of the images that we will talk about down below in the description. We have two main images here that we need to get into, but these two images, again, reveal a ton of stuff. So once again, feel free to use the link in the description to follow along with me as we talk about these images just rather quickly here. So first of all, we have a new book, again, releasing for 2026. And on the cover, we can already see a bunch of stuff. First of all, we have ourselves the official, I guess, first look now, if you don't count the leaks from months ago, at the Dragon Lloyd minifigure, which isn't really all that dragon-like. It seems like these minifigures will have a few different forms, at least the ninja will, dragon power and not so much dragon power. Both forms share the same armor, the same torso, the same legs. The depowered forms, though, have the ninja's hair along with their half masks, but the dragon power form, that's like the full-on dragon look, if any of that makes sense. Trust me, it makes more sense when you are following along with the images here. But yeah, Dragon Lloyd does come in this set. Looking pretty awesome, I must say. Of course, not the dragon-powered Lloyd, but dragon-depowered Lloyd, I guess. Still looks pretty good. Really like the new armor piece especially. That looks rather fantastic. I'm really liking how that's looking. Also on the cover, as you can see in the bottom left there, if you are following along with the image, we have a new Euphrasia minifigure. So we know of a new Euphrasia. We know that Euphrasia is indeed getting a new minifigure. So fantastic stuff there. Doesn't really look like a ninja to me, unfortunately, so no ninja Euphrasia possibly, but still really like her design there. She looks fantastic. And above her, we have Dragon Jay. Jay in his dragon-powered form, I guess you could say. We've heard about this figure before too. Now we are finally seeing it. Very much going back to that classic Jay color scheme, blue and that banana yellow that he first got with Ninjago Core. I think he looks really good as well. Nice, really clear look at Dragon Jay. I think he looks fantastic. Again, very much suggesting, at least to me, that he is back now fully as Jay. Not so much as Rogue, but now he's back as Jay. More on that here in a second. And also for new stuff on this book cover, we have a new build above Aaron there on the left. That is the Zane helicopter that comes in the Ninja Treehouse Battle set. So we just talked about all of that in its own separate video a little bit earlier today. But still, nice to finally see that helicopter. Nice to see that image, all things considered. The helicopter doesn't look like the best build ever, unfortunately, but it is very much a new image now for Dragons Rising Season 4. Again, that is the first image. That is the book cover there. Going on to the next image here, the only other one of the two images that we have at least so far now. This also reveals quite a lot of stuff. This is like a full-on Season 4, like just huge drop of everything here. We have all kinds of figures here. Again, if you are following along with the image, we have the Acid Monster bottom left there. Finally getting a clear look at what that final figure will look like. He looks pretty good, I must say. Dragon Zane is next. The full-on Dragon Zane. Not so crazy about the amount of blue used here, but I suppose it is what it is. Still looks pretty solid, I must say. Very nice to see Dragon Zane. Then we have Dragon Nia, but it's depowered Dragon Nia, not so much the full dragon attire. She looks good too. Love that we are back to using dark red as well as the azure blue. the gunmetal gray. All the usual Nia colors are here. She looks great. Next to her is the Loyalist leader, I'm assuming. Very much giving us a very clear look at that figure there. And that figure looks awesome too. Love the big staff that this Loyalist leader is holding. That looks amazing. Yeah, very solid figure, I must say. Above the Loyalist leader, we have the rock monster, or the crab monster, whatever you want to call him there. We've had leaks of this guy for a while too, and getting a more clear look at him now, gotta say, he also looks pretty sweet. I love his design, love his orange recolor of the crystallized armor. That looks fantastic. All around good stuff. Next to him, we have Dragon Kai, who looks amazing. I think Dragon Kai might be my favorite of the Dragon Ninja that we've seen so far. Very nice color scheme on Dragon Kai, I must say. Yeah, that looks incredible. Just fantastic. Love that. Dark red, normal red, the gold. It works for Kai. Then moving on above Kai, let's talk about that, because that is very much Cole's golem form. Now, with that being said, I'm not sure if this is the Cole's mission mech set, or if that is supposed to be something that's included in this J car as like a side build. If I had to guess, that's probably the mission mech set, and it's just Cole's golem form finally being made in Lego form, so really good stuff there. That looks amazing. The build is a little questionable in some spots, but I think overall it does look pretty good. At least you can tell what it's supposed to be, right? It's supposed to be Cole's golem form. Really enjoy how that looks. Then moving on to the left of that, we have another Loyalist person. This appears to be a lower ranking Loyalist, if I had to guess. Different color scheme, a little bit different from the actual Loyalist character, so not much to go off of there. Just looks like another random foot soldier slash grunt. Then next to that character on the left, we have Dragon J, but depowered here. Now, Jay is using his normal hairpiece. He's back to normal, at least in the sets. Then again, we never got that ponytail rogue hairpiece in set form, so it's unclear whether or not this will replicate Jay's look in the show. But as far as the sets are concerned, Jay is back to his normal hair. And let's talk about the Jay car, the last thing in this image. It's just okay. Not sure what else I was expecting from a gigantic Jay off-road car. It's pretty much exactly what you'd expect there. Again, looks decent though. Not really something that I'm gonna try to get, all things considered, unless it comes with the Cole Golem. Then I will probably go ahead and grab that. But with that being said, the book also revealed, I suppose, that the ninja will be battling these elemental monsters in Imperium. So that's definitely something that we will talk about more so in its own separate upcoming video. Apparently Imperium is going to be at least responsible for these monsters. Maybe they had a hand in making them. Maybe the battle is just taking place in Imperium. It's hard to say what exactly that means for the Season 4 storyline, but overall, that's going to pretty much wrap it up for all of the new leaks here at the moment. More stuff might come out later. Definitely stay tuned, because we will be talking a lot about all of this in upcoming separate videos. We still have a lot to get into, a lot to say. But until then, everyone, that's pretty much all we have. Once again, feel free to check out the link down below in the description to the images themselves. Feel free to take a look at those pictures when you get the chance. All around, just fantastic stuff there. I think overall this is like a very solid looking lineup of stuff so far. Absolutely awesome. But leave all of your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys enjoyed this one, feel free to like and subscribe. Do all that fun stuff. I will talk to you guys again next time. Peace.